Good morning, everybody. My name is Ken LaRue. In the next 25 minutes, we're going to take a look at shotgun. I want to talk about what shotgun is, and if you are a facility or a studio and you're not using shotgun, I'm going to show you why you should be. Shotgun is a production platform for film, television, and the game industry. Shotgun is a tool or platform that allows everyone in your facility to be working as efficiently as they can while always being connected through a unified platform. So shotgun is for managers, it's for artists, it's for the supervisor, it's for the pipeline engineer, and no matter if your studio is only 5 people and you're located in one building, or you're thousands of people located all over the world, which is more likely what today's industry is, shotgun is the tool you need to make sure everyone is working as fast as they can, working, connecting, communicating. Now, there's something we like to call the human pipeline. This is what many studios use. They'll use several different pieces of software, whether it's Excel, databases, Dropbox, emails, the phone, and so on, to build this pipeline. The only problem with this is all those different programs you're using are not connected in any way. So you're transferring data from one location to another. Also, the human pipeline is made by humans, and unfortunately, humans do make mistakes. So very often, your pipeline is what's slowing you down and not allowing you to get the job done on time and on budget. Shotgun is that exact tool you need to allow you to do all of that. Everybody in your facility, in your studio, will log into Shotgun through a browser. They're going to access the browser, they'll access the Shotgun site with their own username, their own password, and then there's going to be the tools that they need depending upon who they are. When you log into Shotgun, you'll see along the very top, this is the global navigation bar. This has different pages and tools such as accessing your projects. When you go into a project, you're going to have the project navigation bar. Here's a set of tools relevant to who you are as what you need to get your job done as fast as you can. So whether you're the manager, the artist, the supervisor, or the pipeline engineer, those tools are available to you. And of course, the tools that the manager needs are very different than the tools that the artist needs, and the supervisor, and the pipeline engineer. But this is what's great. Shotgun has the tools for each individual persona to allow them to do their job. So let's go through and take a look at how each one of these people or personas will benefit from the tools that are offered. We'll start with our manager. This is the coordinator. This is the person who has to know every step of what is happening in the production and keep their eye on it so they can keep everything going the way it should be. They're doing planning, they're tracking, there's tasks, and so on. So we'll start looking at the planning stage. The manager needs to know who is working on what, when they're working on it, and so on. So there's the crew planning app that they can use. They'll see every single person in their facility all over the world and be able to determine what project they're working on. They can easily make adjustments if they need to, including if someone's on vacation. So they'll know not to schedule this person. Then there's the project timeline. Here they can set different phases and milestones of their projects they're working on and see a bird's eye view of everything that's happening at every single time and easily make adjustments if needed, which very often is the case. So they know their planning is set and they can move on to working and tracking the assets and the shots. We have the asset page. Here they're going to see every single asset as a shot that is available being created inside the pipeline, inside the studio. They can customize the page to get the information they need. They can display different columns. They can rearrange the UI so they know they're getting the information. And they can also do power editing. They can select multiple fields, multiple columns, and edit them all at one time to really get the information adjusted as they need it. So that's a great tool, the asset page, but then they got to dig down into an individual shot. So they go to the shots activity page. Here they're going to see the entire history and the communication that has been taking place throughout the production, and they know who's working on what, and they know every stage of where it's at. So that's how they can keep track of everything. Now they need to assign the artists and creative people to do the different tasks. So they go to the schedule page. Here they come in, they easily set up what artist is doing what task for what shot. They easily set up the time it's going to start, the date it's going to end, and then over in the Gantt page, they can make adjustments if needed. And very often, tasks are dependent upon other tasks. So they can right-click and easily make dependencies automatically, and Shotgun populates the other tasks with the different information based on the Gantt page. And then they can make easy adjustments. So now they got their task done, but they needed notes. Every step you have notes, whether it's with your client, whether it's the artist, whether it's with other people within your studio. Everything is saved inside the notes because it's all being done in one location. It's not through different emails and different communication methods. It's all in one location, so all the notes are saved, and you can generate documents to keep track of all the notes to send them to someone. We even have what's called the Review Notes app. This is great for when you want to review a playlist. Maybe it's a dailies, maybe it's a client visit, but you're going to be able to come in, quickly make notes on each shot as you're going through them, and then you can actually generate an email and publish this where everything is saved, so you're tight communication with your clients and so on. Now, it's great that all those tools I showed you are there. More important, though, you can customize Shotgun to create your own pages. Maybe you want to create a page just on reports of a certain series of shots. Well, you can do that. You can create your own page and have that the page that's the first thing you log into when you log into Shotgun. You also have the ability then to access every single page just for a flyout. It's very quick, very easy. So the manager has all the tools they need to keep track of every step of the production. They're never away from that production. They know who's doing what, and they've got the tools they need. Now we want to talk about our artist. What is it we want our artist to be doing? We want our artists to be as creative and create the stuff they need to be doing. I don't want them worried about file structures and file names and who's this and that. I want them working on the art that needs to be created. So we're going to take a look at two different art personas. The first one is what I call the shot artist. This is more of a post-production world where the artist will be invited to join a Shotgun site. And then there's the lead artist. This could be a flame artist or maybe a hero artist who starts in a commercial world. But let's start off, as I said, with our shot artist. They log into their Shotgun page. The most important page for them is called My Task. Here they have clear communication from their managers as to what they should be working on. They also have the history, as I talked about earlier, of the communication that's been going on back and forth between themselves or other artists. And when you install Shotgun's Toolkit, which is an app, you then have access to launch your actual creative products directly from within Shotgun, depending upon the task that you're working on. Now, in this case, the artist is going to launch Maya, but understand it's not just Autodesk products. It's Maya, 3ds Max, the whole Flame family, of course, but also the Foundry's Hero, Mari. We have Photoshop. We have Houdini. Those are all programs that we've embedded and worked with directly, but here the Maya artist opens up their project. Instead of going to the File menu and then digging, looking for the asset they got to find, they go to the Shotgun menu and they choose Shotgun Loader. This takes them directly to where that information is, where that asset is they need. They're not wasting time looking for something that someone sent an email to them, hey, I need you to bring that into your Maya scene. They can easily then find the access, bring it into the scene they're working in. So now they're done bringing it in. They want to send this to their manager. They want to send this to their supervisor. They go back to the Shotgun menu, and they bring up the Shotgun Publish app. This, again, is an embedded application in all those programs that I talked about a minute ago. Inside the Publish app, they can create a quick thumbnail so that we have an image associated with this when they publish to their manager. But keep in mind what's happening. The artist isn't worried about a QuickTime file that has to be generated or put into Dropbox or an email that has to be sent to a supervisor. It's all being automated because of Shotgun. They then can add some communication into the box. They click Publish, and now their supervisor or their manager is now notified that you've now received this. This artist has finished this. The artist goes back to My Task page and says, okay, what do I do now? Well, inside of his inbox or her inbox, they get notification once again from their manager. I saw you finish that last job. That's great. I need you to start working on this now. They go in, they get all the information. They can respond back to their manager. They click OK. They send this away. They come back to My Task page. They go to the next task that is at hand, and they launch the application. In this case, it was Photoshop they needed. So that's awesome. But I want to also mention that there's been a new improvement workflow that we've added to Shotgun. Everything you saw right there, the artist is getting all this information. They're accessing their program. That's great. But we introduced something called a Shotgun panel, which is a panel that is embedded in all of these DCC apps that I'm talking about. So that panel allows that artist to get the information they want directly from inside their application. So here you're going to see a graphic appear. This is inside of Maya. This is in Nuke. This is in Houdini. They don't have to go to a browser to get the information. They're accessing it inside of Shotgun. Here's a great example. This Maya artist has the Shotgun panel open. They go in there. They're getting the communication. They're reading this stuff. They're hearing from their manager. They're communicating with other artists in the facility, no matter where they are around the world, all with inside of their creative environment that they want to be in. This is really a great enhancement that we've added last year inside of Shotgun's toolkit. And as I mentioned, this is in all these different applications. It's not just the Autodesk products. And speaking of that, we just included a new and improved integration with Houdini. So I want to show that a little bit. So in this scene, there's a Maya artist, and they're working on a scene, and they want to send that graphic, they want to send that geometry to the Houdini artist to do some work. So they're going to send them an Alembic cache directly from Maya through the Shotgun publisher. The Houdini artist now launches Houdini, goes out, first of all, along the top, I want to point out the new Shotgun shelf that's embedded directly inside of Houdini, where you access all the tools you can access from Shotgun, like the Shotgun panel, where from the Shotgun panel, this artist can actually import the Alembic cache created by the Maya artist all right there. Now they're going to create the explosion. They're going to do it pretty quickly. They're very fast. Now they want to send this back to the Maya artist. So they're going to use the Shotgun Alembic node right, and they're out here, and now they can create the Alembic cache and render it out. So they're creating it all through Shotgun. It's all going to the pipeline where it should be, and now they can go back to the Shotgun publisher, just like we saw in Maya. It's in Houdini. We now create a thumbnail. We explain we're done. The Maya artist now gets the information. Hey, my Houdini artist just finished this. Great. I'm going to bring it into Maya. They take that Alembic cache, they bring it in their scene, they incorporate it. This is a great example of two great 3D applications working together because of Shotgun in your studio. So, moving forward, that's our shot artist, okay? That's the post-production world. The lead artist, as I mentioned, is typically someone who's a flame artist, or they're going to use the hero from Houdini to start the whole production. And it's going to be bootstrapped straight to Shotgun. This means your entire production pipeline is being created by Shotgun, and these artists can then distribute work to other artists who will use Flare or maybe Nuke and so on. So let's take a look at this. Here is a Flame artist. He's going to launch Flame directly from the Shotgun desktop. What this means is when he launches that project, it knows where Shotgun is. It is aware of Shotgun. Because the project has never been created before, they're going to create the project with the Create Flame project. Here are all the facilities, the resolution, everything can be set up. But more importantly, it understands the pipeline that's been created. So this artist can then distribute work to other artists. Typical workflow, they're going to go into their application. In this case, as I said, it's Flame. They'll ingest media. Maybe they'll do a conform. They'll do a rough edit. And now they want to distribute this work. The first thing they're going to do is use a thing called the track name. They're going to name these images so that in Shotgun, there's a specific name format. So they set that up. Now they want to use the embedded Shotgun app called the Shotgun Export app, where they're going to not only distribute the DPX, the high-res files, but they're also going to generate QuickTime files that are going to go right to the Shotgun website. And other artists now are going to know that they need to start doing their work. So here in Shotgun, you can see all the different preview videos they've set up, all the different QuickTime, and an artist now says, oh, it's my job to start working on this. Great. They access it. They launch Flare, in this case, directly from Shotgun. They go in. They do the work they need to do. Once they're done, they want to send it back to the Flame, back to the pipeline. So they use the Shotgun Export app. Then the Nuke artist launches their product. They go in, and they're going to build their composite. And what are they going to do? They're going to send it back out to the pipeline, again, using Shotgun. Now, there's a little button I want to point out here, Update Flame. So this is the Nuke artist generating files back to the pipeline, and it's going to automatically update the timeline in Flame. That is an amazing workflow, all because of Shotgun. They can toggle between the different versions and access the different files. And of course, at the end, you want to send this out to your supervisor. You want to send out a QuickTime. They can review it. You use the Shotgun app right directly in Flame, and then everybody in your facility goes into Shotgun. Whoever needs to see it is able to go and play it back, review it, and then comment back and forth. So that is the two different artist workflows I've talked about. The emphasis is the easy buttons the artists have, the My Task, native tools, the inbox. They're always in connection and communication with their studio, and we're embedded directly in the apps they like to use every single day. So we're going to go on to our supervisor, the review process. This is actually the largest bottleneck we see anywhere in a facility because you need to be generating iterations and versions as often as you can to get the job done and deliver the best work. And of course, artists are all over the world. Supervisors are busy. I joke all week long, how many supervisors are here at the show and they're running around getting a coffee, checking something out, but they've got artists back in the studio pumping out versions. They need to hear from that supervisor, but the supervisor is here. What's happening? The artist is idle. They're waiting to get to the next work. So let's take a look at what Shotgun offers for the review process and the supervisors. They log into Shotgun. They access a page called the media page, either at a global level where they can access every single project they're working on, or they can dig down into individual projects. But the most important part of this is on the media page, they are accessing all the versions that are being pumped out every minute from their studio. They bring it into the overlay player directly from the media page. They can zoom in, they can pan around. This is a still image in this case, and of course, with video, you're going to be able to play back the video. The other important part is there's the history right along this panel here of the shot as it's been being created. So the supervisor can backtrack, see what development has had, and then when they want to go and add comments or communicate further with the artist, they can draw directly on the frame, they can add text right on the frame, and then they can go to the detailed area to continue the communication by adding more information. They click submit, the artist is working, boom, their inbox lights up. There's the new information from your supervisor. You've done a good job, but you're not done yet. I need to work on this. So that's great. And this is all through the browser, so you can access this anywhere you are. Now, as great as that is, there is a point where you probably want to review the native material, the high-res files. Well, what's great about this is last year, Autodesk and Shotgun acquired Tweak software, which makes RV Image Sequence Player is a tool to do just that. It's on your desktop, and you can access it directly from within Shotgun because every Shotgun subscription person gets RV. So they can access RV directly from the browser. They open up the raw native media, the high-res media. You can play 2K, 4K, and what's great is you're connected still. Everything's still connected to the Shotgun site. Your Shotgun project. You do annotations, just like I've shown you before. You come in, you add notes, you're communicating with your facility, but you're reviewing the high-res media with RV, taking advantage of phenomenal compare tools and other things that RV offers. So that is a suite of tools. Oh, I forgot one more. Hold on. Remember those guys, the supervisors that are at the show having coffee and their artists are sending them stuff and they don't know? Well, with Shotgun Review for the iPhone, that supervisor is never disconnected from the studio. Just like the media page browser I talked about, on their phone, they can access every single project. They can be getting information from the studio no matter where they're at. They realize they need to review this. They play it back directly on their phone. They see the communication. They can reply back. They can draw directly on their phone, send information. You can even take a picture of something and include that with the message you're sending back to your studio. Then your artist will get all this information. So you are not connected. You have a great connection with your studio. More importantly, your client. You need to be setting different versions to your client. Well, we have something called the client review site. This also, just like the other browser, you're accessing it through the media browser. You create a playlist. Then you can add information. You can also set, if there's a password, you can set the duration of how long this can be available to this client. And then, of course, you're going to add comments, and then you invite them. Now, the key thing to understand, the client review site is free to whoever you send it to. They log in through a browser. They'll get an email. They click on it in the email. A browser opens. They would go directly to the client review site, where that client then can start reviewing the media that has been sent to them. And they can also then obviously add annotations. They can go through and see the communication that's been sent to them. They can add information. They can approve a shot, or they can add comments that changes need to be made, all directly from inside of the client review site. So just like the studio, the supervisor is never disconnected from that studio, and just like the client, you are always connected with the client. So that is a set of review tools that eliminates that huge bottleneck that we see. Whether it's through the browser, on your laptop, or wherever you are, through your iPhone, through your phone, your mobile device, or with RV on the desktop. You have all the review tools you need. There's one more thing I want to talk about as far as review, and that is what's called CineSync. There's a company called Cospective. Well, I can talk pretty good today. And they have a product called CineSync, which is great for sync reviews with a client from different locations. Well, the point of this, why I'm bringing this up, is the Shotgun team and the CineSync have worked together to create an excellent integration between the two. So just like I was showing you with our own applications, through CineSync, you can access your Shotgun projects. You can be reviewing a synced review anywhere located in the world with your client, with other people, and all the communication and everything you're adding, including your annotations, are all being saved in Shotgun because they are connected together. So our supervisor has all the tools they need. They're ready to move on and keep working. Let's talk about our pipeline engineer. And before I do that, I always stress, Shotgun out of the box, you don't buy a box, but it's a phrase, out of the box is a great program, customizable. You do not have to have a pipeline engineer to take advantage of what Shotgun will offer you. But if you do have a pipeline engineer, Shotgun offers a wide selection of tools to allow those pipeline engineers to go and really customize it further than what it is when you first get it. Whether it's Python or scripting and so on, all these tools are available there for your pipeline engineer. And there's also a great thriving community they can join. They can go to GitHub where they can get the open source projects. They can sign up and join our Shotgun dev lists as they want and so on. So lots of resources for your pipeline engineer also. Going back to the very beginning, what did I talk about? Shotgun is a platform for film, television, and game studios to allow everybody to work as efficiently as they can. Shotgun is that platform, and then all the tools that are available lets those people work as fast as they can while always being connected. That's the critical part. So I'm highly going to recommend that you go to shotgunsoftware.com to get a 30-day trial, get more information. But while you're here, let's take advantage of the pod that we have over there where we have Shotgun experts are more than willing to give you a hands-on demonstration, answer any questions, and so on. So that's my presentation for this morning. Thank you all very much for attending. Have a great last day of NAB.